Portland Sports Arena. This is Portland Wrestling. Portland Wrestling is brought to you by Tom Peterson's, with two great stores to serve you, both at Southeast 82nd and Foster Road. And also brought to you by the 4 Jim Fisher Used Car Centers. Wherever you are in Portland, there's a Jim Fisher Used Car Center near you.
Hello, everybody. I'm Don Koss, your host for Portland Wrestling, along with my partner, Stan, the man Stasiak, the man who does all the work around here, really.
You think so, Don?
Sure.
Anyway, we got a tremendous card tonight. We got 3 big matches, including a championship main event match between Curt Hennig and Rip Oliver, and we got some great news, fans, about Roddy Piper, about Hacksaw Sawyer, and we can go on and on and on. So stay tuned. Don't go away, because we're going to be here to tell you all about it.
We got the news. We got the interviews. We'll have all the action right after this timeout.
Customers drive from all over the Northwest to buy at Tom Peterson's. In the first hour today, people are bought from Newport, Milwaukee, Estacada, Canby, Portland, Hillsboro, Sandy, Cascade Locks, Oregon City, and McMinnville. I want to take you out on the showroom floor and show you why people drive the extra mile to buy at Tom Peterson's. Refrigerators at Tom Peterson's, we've got them. Over 40 on display. All the brands, great brand names that you're familiar with. Prices, everyday low price, $299. Washers and dryers at Tom Peterson's, we've got them. Over 100 on display. Great brand names. 5 top brands for you to choose from. Prices, we've got that too. Everyday low price, washer $299, dryer $199. Ranges at Tom Peterson's, we've got them. Over 50 on display. 5 great brand names. Microwaves at Tom Peterson's, we've got them. 5 great brand names. Over 100 on display. No department store, no appliance store, no microwave specialist shows a mass display like this. Recliners, we've got them at Tom Peterson. Over 100 on display. Largest display in the city of Portland. That's why we sell more than any other store. Sofas and love seats, we have them. Over 100 on display. Prices begin at only $398. And there's only one place to buy, and that's Tom Peterson's.
Right. Nobody gets to be champ without plenty of team support. I don't mean go team go. U.S. athletes need more than cheers for the '84 Summer Games. They need you to purchase Olympic coins. The coins give them financial support, and you get valuable keepsakes. And with the right support, an athlete can reach any goal. Turn precious metal into Olympic medals. Support the home team.
We're getting ready for our first bout tonight on this Saturday night. A good crowd out here in the stand. Boy, there is going to be action. There's going to be kicking. There's going to be screaming and gouging and body slams and arm bars, and that's just out in the crowd.
That's right. All right, well, here we see Matt Borne making his way into the ring.
Hey, he got himself a brand new robe, didn't he?
And here comes Don Owen and Sandy Barr making his way into the ring also. Lefty Sandy Barr, NWA official.
Don just flew back from the East Coast.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. While we're waiting for Mr. Borne's opponent, I want to announce that I've went to a great deal of trouble to fly in Roddy Piper for 1 week and also Hack Sawyer in the middle of March. So we're going to have a tremendous card there that week. The first event this evening will be one fall. Introducing in this corner, 238 pounds from Tennessee, Doug Summers. His opponent in this corner, 240 pounds from Milwaukee, Matt Borne. The referee, Sandy Barr.
Yes, and what a match this is going to be, I'm sure. Doug Summers, like I mentioned in previous weeks, kind of underrated. But as far as I'm concerned, he is as tough as any of them. He can dish out a lot of abuse, and he can take a lot of abuse. And Matt Borne, of course, from Milwaukee, Oregon, the son of the great tough Tony Borne, had a kind of a change of ways lately, and all of a sudden has become a very, very popular figure in professional wrestling here in Pacific Northwest.
Yes, he certainly has. And if you were watching last week, you saw Matt Borne with his dad, tough Tony Borne. You saw the fireworks that exploded right here in the Crow's Nest when Rip Oliver came on the scene.
And now, even before the bell, Sandy Barr and Doug Summers got into it. And Matt Borne wastes no time. He goes after the big man from Oklahoma.
Here comes a whip into
Whips him into the turnbuckle.
No!
And rams a left to the stomach
of Summers. Well, the stomach of Summers. Now he's going to beg for a little mercy. Now, I don't know if Matt Borne feels like giving mercy. Other than something like mercy. What a shot that was to the jaw.
And what news that is. Rowdy Roddy Piper and Hacksaw Sawyer coming in March.
March 17th, I think, is the date. If you want to mark that down.
And Don Owen went through great lengths to sign up these two. Both extremely popular in the Pacific Northwest. And both absent for quite a while. And what a welcome. What a welcome that will be. Doug Summers, in the meantime, decides to take a walk.
Well, he doesn't want a taste of his own medicine. That's the problem. He popped Matt Borne pretty good right in the mouth. Kind of Al Madril style. And Matt Borne was ready to do likewise. And Mr. Summers bailed out of there for a little bit. Yeah, that is great news, Stan. Man, oh man, March 17th.
Rowdy Roddy Piper and Hacksaw Sawyer. The two gladiators lock up, and now Doug Summers.
You look at this.
Borne blocked it. Matt Borne, and Matt gives him a dose of his own medicine.
Yeah. Borne blocked that shot that Summers was going to give to Borne's face, and came back with one of his own to Summers' face.
Arm drag by the big man from Muskogee, Oklahoma.
Muskogee, is that where he's from?
That's where he's from.
It's amazing how you know where all these guys are from. Low Ranger, Louisiana, Muskogee, Oklahoma. Oh, right on top of the... Oh, look.
Oh, and Matt Borne's head is cut open again. Yeah. That's an old wound, and Doug Summers wastes no time to capitalize. Matt fighting back.
Oh, Borne misses with a... Yeah.
Doug Summers continues to work on that wound on Matt Borne's head and rams his head into the turnbuckle.
What's he going to do? He's going to bite on that
away
thing.
Now. Hey, I'll tell you, Don, this Summers is not to be underestimated or taken for granted. Matt Borne now coming back. A hard left. And a reversal by Doug Summers. Oh, and nails Matt right to the head.
Caught him right on top of the forehead. Well, right where that cut is. Summers going to work on that forehead.
This Summers a mean individual.
Oh, man, this stomps right down to... What I told you, kicking, gouging, biting, stomping. Well, Summers wants to show him off to the camera. And he's biting some more. Now, what's the purpose in that, other than just to open up that cut?
Well, like I said, Don, he's a mean individual, and he's like an animal. He spots a weak spot, which in this case is a bad gash that Matt Borne received at the hands of Rip Oliver in recent weeks. And, of course, Doug Summers would love to get a win over Doug Summers now.
Borne coming back now. The left hand, a right hand, another left hand.
Oh, a hard left.
goes the big man from Muskogee.
Another hard left. Flying mare by Matt Borne.
Woo.
And Matt Borne drops a foot right on the side of the head.
Doing a little stomping.
And the fans approve.
A little stomping, Matt Borne style. There's another left boot.
Low blow by Doug Summers that Sandy Barr did not see.
Well, Summers going to try to line Borne up again. It smashes him with the right hand. Really work on that cut on his forehead. Here comes a body slam.
Hard body slam. Drops an elbow. He's going to go for the pin now. Gets a 2 count. Reverse headlock. And now the fans.
Yeah,
that fan power.
Yeah, that fan power. They're yet chanting, "We want Matt."
And oh, how that helps.
Look at him. He's still biting. Boy, got a full moon out there tonight. This guy's turning into a vampire or something.
Doug Summers against Matt Borne.
There's a right hand right in the bread basket. A shot right to the eye.
Borne, an eye gouge now. Oh, a drop kick by Matt Borne.
Another one. Oh, he really nailed him on that one.
Boy, did he get him that time.
Yeah, you could hear that up there. With the left hand. Here comes another one. Oh, and outside he goes.
Over the top rope onto the concrete floor goes Doug Summers.
Oh.
And the fans just love it.
Like a
Sandy
big,
Barr counting. He's got a 20 count on the floor.
it's like a big tree coming down, Stan.
Oh, and Matt Borne rams Doug Summers' head to the apron of the ring.
That felt so good to Matt. He may want to do it again.
He's going to drag him into the ring. He does. He's going for the suplex. Yes.
Oh, strong suplex.
This could be it.
No.
Gets another 2 count. Front face lock by Matt Borne. Boy, what battles Matt Borne and Rip Oliver have had lately.
Yeah, Borne wants Oliver again next Saturday night, but that hasn't been signed. He says he's not through.
Doug Summers now working away at Matt Borne's midsection. Sandy Barr watching closely. Now Matt Borne starting to bite.
Yeah, he said, "You put the bite on me, I'm going to bite you back." Oh, there's a staggering shot.
Reverse headlock by Matt Borne now.
Well, Summers had a hold of the hair. Sandy Barr broke that up. So,
oh, and he stretches the mouth of Matt Borne.
Ow, man, it makes my mouth hurt. There's another right hand.
Matt Borne now
Summers.
taking some punishment.
Yeah, sure
Still
is.
on his feet, but in a daze. Suplex and a wrestler's blood. What a move by Matt Borne. We got the fall.
He's got it.
Matt Borne, your winner of this first match in sensational manner. But here comes Doug Summers. He's going to continue to pummel away.
Oh, you can't turn your back on.
But Matt Borne is taking abuse right now. Sandy Barr's going to muscle the big man from Oklahoma now. And there's your winner, ladies and gentlemen, Matt Borne. What a fall that was.
All right. Well, you saw that kind of action. You're going to see more action like that all week long, which reminds us it's time for the menu board, Stan. Starting tomorrow on our professional wrestling calendar, we're going to be in Forest Grove tomorrow at the Tom McCall High School. Monday, we're going to be in Prineville at Crooked River Grade School. Then Tuesday, we'll be in Klamath Falls at the OIT Gym. Stan, take it.
Wednesday night at the Medford Armory in Medford. Mr. Elton Owen, a tremendous card there. Thursday night, Salem, Sprague High School. That is Sprague High School in Salem. And then Friday night, no wrestling in Eugene, but in Coos Bay at the Marshfield High School, and then, of course, next Saturday, right back here to the Portland Sports Arena.
And we'll be right back here right after this. Don't go away.
Wherever you are in Portland, there's a Jim Fisher used car center near you. Choose from more than 300 quality used cars. Here are some examples of bargains at Jim Fisher Volvo.
Here's an example of economical transportation, a 1975 Opel 1900, 4-cylinder, 4-speed AM/FM radio. It's clean as a whistle and only has 54,000 miles. Yours for just $19.45. Look at this great little car, an 80 Mazda GLC 5-speed with AM/FM cassette and only 39,000 miles. Drive away in style for just $32.60.
Right here at the Portland Sports Arena, Stan with his magic microphone.
Magic microphone, here it goes. Sunday, tomorrow, February the 19th at Forest Grove at Tom McCall High School. Monday, the 20th, Prineville, Oregon, Crooked River Grade School. Tuesday, Klamath Falls, a big car there. What is it, OIT Gym?
OIT Gym, right.
In Klamath Falls. And then Wednesday at the Medford Armory, Mr. Elton Owen, a great car there. And Thursday night, Salem, Sprague High School, Sandy Bar, a great card there. Friday night, Coos Bay, Oregon at the Marshfield High School. And then, of course, next Saturday night, like every Saturday night, right back here at the Portland Sports Arena. And then Sunday the 26th, Vancouver, Washington, Clark College Gym.
Coming up.
Oh, and don't forget, get your tickets early at Sandy Bar's Flea Market every Sunday here at the Sports Arena and on 146th and South Beach Start.
Right, and coming up on Tuesday night, February 28th, we're going to be at the Albany Boys Club with a big card there. Don't want to forget that. And just another one more reminder, Stan, about tomorrow at Tom McCall High School in Forest Grove, and Monday, Prineville, Crooked River Grade School. It's going to be good cards, strong cards. When professional wrestling comes to your town, take it in and see a new dimension in wrestling. It's very exciting. We'll be right back with a lot more excitement right after this timeout.
Save $50 on this 19-inch Zenith color television, only $299, with these great Zenith features. 100% solid state, sharpness control, automatic fine-tuning, all this Zenith quality, and only $299. With no interest, no payments till May. Pay with your tax refund. Don't delay. Buy today. That's Tom Peterson's.
Yum, 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 yum. That's what everybody says about Kentucky Fried Chicken's Feast for 4. Yum, yum, yum. It's less than $2.25 a person for 9 big pieces of our original recipe chicken. Yum, yum. Fresh coleslaw, potatoes and gravy, and 4 buttermilk biscuits. Yum. Feast for 4, less than $2.25 a person.
Kentucky Fried Chicken, they do chicken right. Yum.
Less than $2.25 a person.
Even college professors who teach their students good health learn something new every day. Look what the makers of Allerest have done. They've created new Allerest sinus pain formula. It relieves allergies and sinus pain in one maximum strength aspirin-free sinus pain medicine. This new formula is so well thought out, it erases allergy symptoms, congestion, and agonizing sinus pain. New Allerest sinus pain formula erases allergies and sinus pain.
See what no man has seen for almost 200 years. History untouched until Jacques Cousteau and his crew explored the incredible passageway between the United States and Canada. Relive the oldest voyages of man. Discover a graveyard of ships and the Edmund Fitzgerald that disappeared with all hands. Experience the gripping winter that abandoned the Calypso to the mercy of nature. Share the beauty and treachery of the Stairway to the Sea.
Monday night at 8 on TV 12.
Here we go. If you tuned in late, our first match tonight, Doug Summers and Matt Borne. Matt Borne victorious over Doug Summers. And this is our second match. This should be a good one, Stan. Tom Prichard and Jimmy Afi.
Oh, yes. This should be a real scientific wrestling match. Two good wrestlers. Here comes Don Owen to tell us all about it.
Ladies and gentlemen, the next event will be one fall. Introducing in this corner, 235 pounds from Hawaii, Jimmy Afi. His opponent in this corner, 210 pounds from Houston, Texas, Tom Prichard.
Don, I want to take this opportunity to say how grateful I am to all the wrestling fans that have come to see me where I work. And it's so nice not only to meet the wrestling fans, but to get to know them personally, and it's quite a thrill for me.
Well, you already know that they're super people, greatest people in the world, and you know, they're going to seek you out, Stan.
You bet, they already have.
Because you've been good to them, too.
I appreciate it. And this match is underway. Jimmy Afi from Honolulu, Hawaii, against the young man from Houston, Texas, Tommy Prichard. Extremely fast, extremely scientific. Master in the martial arts. Jimmy Afi, a connoisseur of the martial arts himself, but I foresee a clean match. Both wrestlers extremely scientific, great athletes.
You see action just like that.
Boy, this Tommy Prichard is something else. Fast as lightning. Fine, personable young man.
He is a nice guy.
Yes, he is. A fine young man. Jimmy Afi now went for a leg dive. Takes Tommy Prichard down. Tommy Prichard on his hands and knees. Jimmy Afi goes for a side headlock. Oh, and a reversal, a beautiful reversal by Tommy Prichard into a hammerlock. Got Jimmy Afi down to the mat. Sandy Barr watching closely. Lefty Sandy Barr. Had a phone call from Billy Jack last Sunday, doing extremely well, still undefeated on the Eastern Seaboard.
Oh, isn't that great?
Oh, I'm proud of him. Yeah. Conveys his regards and love to all the Pacific Northwest. And now a hammerlock and a combination armbar by Tommy Prichard.
Ooh.
Oh, I thought that would be a pin there.
That was very close.
Jimmy Afi having to use every ounce of strength he has.
Oh, he's got lots of ounces there.
You bet.
You know, both these men, Tommy Prichard and Jimmy Afi, were at that remote broadcast KRDR had at Jubit's. And I was so impressed with both these guys. And Afi's got a heck of a sense of humor.
Yes, he does.
Yeah,
he's a great guy.
He sure is.
And what a nice time we had, Don. That was the greatest thing, probably one of the greatest things I could have ever experienced. I was so happy and proud to be part of it.
We just can't express our gratitude to you and the guys that helped us out with that. It was marvelous. Armbar by Tommy Prichard. Tommy Prichard on Jimmy Afi. Bring it into a hammerlock.
Jimmy's going to go for a flying mare. He's going to try. He does, but barely made it. Now that took a lot of effort.
A lot of strength, too.
By the way, Jimmy Afi is an extremely powerful individual. Good scientific match.
Yeah, you don't get a body like that out of a mailer or catalog. That guy's got to pack some pretty good power.
Plus, he didn't get those arms answering telephones either.
No, he didn't.
Fireman's carry by Tommy Prichard. Head scissors, kick out. Beautiful. Both wrestlers watching each other very closely, cautiously. Both possess a lot of moves. Lock up, side headlock by Jimmy Afi, applying the pressure now. Now Tommy's going to try to muscle out of it. A little test of strength. He's doing all right. Will he muscle his way all the way? Remember, Jimmy very powerful. Not taking anything away from Tommy Prichard.
Now, Tommy's a pretty strong dude himself.
And Jimmy prevails. Got that side headlock clamped on pretty strong. And now Tommy's going to give it another try.
I don't know if Tony Borne's going to be here next Saturday night. I don't even know at this time if Matt Borne's going to get his wish and get Rip Oliver next Saturday night. But I know that He says he's not through with Oliver.
Oh, I'm
A long
sure.
way.
I'm sure this whole thing isn't through yet. Hey, by no stretch of the imagination. These two have gone at it in recent weeks, and I'll guarantee you it's not over. There's so much unleft business. Look at this beautiful wrestling bridge by Tommy Prichard. Takes a lot of effort for a move like that.
He makes it look so easy, but I know that's not easy. There's no way that can be easy.
Try it, folks. Try it in your living room.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. What an effort.
Yeah.
And the great news, Don, that makes me proud. I can hardly wait. It'd be good to see Hacksaw Sawyer back and Rowdy Roddy Piper. Oh, boy, oh, boy.
Isn't that great?
I smell excitement in the air.
Well, you're going to see it in the air come March 17th or so.
March 17th. Rowdy Roddy Piper and Hacksaw Sawyer. Fireman's carry by Tommy Prichard. Oh, legal move. That was a legal move. Don Owen.
Was it?
Right. Don Owen, by the way, went through great expense and effort to sign these two. Both wrestlers extremely in demand. Hacksaw Sawyer, he's been seen on national television from Atlanta. Very much in demand and hard to get bookings on him. And Don Owen made the trip himself and signed him up, as well as Roddy Piper, who is also in tremendous demand all over the world for that matter. And it's quite an accomplishment for Don Owen. Once again, Don Owen comes through for the fans.
Oh, you're not kidding me. Well, that's why Don hasn't been here the past couple of 3 weeks. He's been back east getting that thing taken care of. You know, at home here, Buddy Rose, and in fact, Don was telling us this in the office back there. Buddy Rose is...
What a move that was by Tommy Prichard. Caught Jimmy Afi on the side of the head with the foot. A legal move, nothing illegal about it. Stunned Jimmy Afi. And Jimmy can feel the effects of it right now. And now a reverse headlock by Tommy Prichard.
The feet of his feet, it's really something else, Tommy Prichard. Buddy Rose really wants the assassin in the worst way. And the worst way I would imagine the assassin can think of is with his mask off, and that's how Buddy wants him.
Right.
And he figures that some of these things that he picked up while he was over in Japan, so these techniques, that he figures he can get that mask off of him if he can just get him in the ring. This is what he wants now.
Well, Buddy was telling me, he says, Stan, I know I could whip him. And he says, and when I do, I'm going to take the $2,500 and throw it to all the fans. Yeah. Very generous of Buddy.
That could very easily happen next Saturday night, Stan. Yeah, if they can get that put together.
We'll know later. Oh, a beautiful leg trip and a headlock, but Jimmy Afi reverses it right into a hammerlock. Beautiful piece of wrestling on the part of both wrestlers.
I bet that is.
How refreshing it is to see a clean, scientific wrestling match.
Yeah, you almost forget what they're really like. You know, when you see some of this other stuff. Good moves, fast moves, powerful moves by these two men.
Jimmy Afi applying the pressure on that hammerlock now. Notice how Tommy Prichard's keeping his shoulder close to the mat to avoid further pressure. That's pure protection. That's purely protecting yourself. You can only go so far.
I want to give our director, Larry Neat, a chance to get the Barry Owen phone number lined up on the screen. If you have a club or a church, a group, organization of some kind that you'd like to raise money for, here is a great way to do exactly that. See that name right there, Barry Owen? That's the man to call. He'll tell you how to book professional wrestling into your area to raise money for a charitable event. Just give that number a call, area code 503-484-0840, and Barry will take care of that for you. Give you all the information. It's a great way to raise the money, and boy, it works every time.
It sure does. Wrestling has proven itself over and over again. In the meantime, Jimmy Afi keeps holding on to that hammerlock, and Tommy Prichard seems to be... and he elbows Jimmy Afi right in the forehead. Tackle.
Like something's got to give.
Oh, a beautiful arm drag by Jimmy Afi. Takes the young man from Houston down to the mat. He has got Tommy Prichard under control. Some beautiful moves on the part of both gladiators. Jimmy Afi takes him over now into a head scissors.
Oh, that's a good move by Afi.
That, by the way, reminds me of my years in wrestling, wrestling the great legendary Lou Thesz. That was one of his favorite moves.
Was it?
Yes.
What's that called?
You know, I don't know myself.
I'll tell you.
All I know is uncomfortable.
It's called a good move.
It's called a good move.
Yeah, that's the Lou Thesz good move.
You're learning, Don.
Uh-huh. Yeah, boy, if this were on a point system, I'd hate to say who was ahead. Look at that.
Beautiful move by Jimmy Afi. He's got Tommy Prichard.
Nip up by Tommy.
Confused. Tommy going for a chop. I think there's the tempers are flaring a little bit.
Yeah, I think so.
No matter how clean or how scientific the wrestlers are, they're bound to lose their temper at one time or another. What a drop kick that was.
Jimmy wasn't ready for that drop kick coming off the ropes. The flying mare by Tommy Prichard.
Oh, and he drops the heel right to the chest of Jimmy Afi, and he goes for the pin. Jimmy kicks out, and now Tommy is going to go for whatever. Here it comes.
Arm whip into the ropes.
Goes for a back body drop by Jimmy Afi. Caught under that and suplex. Oh, a hard suplex that Tommy Prichard feels we could have a fall here.
Tommy was waiting for him to come off those ropes, and Jimmy didn't come off that way. Oh,
monkey flip by Jimmy Afi.
Oh, Jimmy's using a lot of holes here.
Jimmy Afi is a cradle by Tommy Prichard. Gets the shoulders down.
Oh, almost had it. Almost had it.
For a while, both their shoulders were down. Sandy didn't know which ones to count. An abdominal stretch by Tommy Prichard now. A submission hold. This could be it. Takes him over. We could have a pin. But Jimmy muscles out of that.
We're running out of time, here, too. So these guys are going to have to get right with it to get a win.
Oh, and Tommy's going for a backslide. Oh.
I don't think he's got...
Jimmy went all the way over.
Yeah, he didn't get the shoulders down. Oh, a little slap into the bread basket.
You look like you had a rubber neck. Should we call him rubber neck?
Yeah.
This match, ladies and gentlemen, is a draw. And what a nice, clean, scientific match this was. Listen to the crowd, and they love every minute of it. Great match.
It ended with a mule kick by Tommy Prichard and a draw. Tommy Prichard and Jimmy Afi battling to a draw. Good match. We'll be right back with a special interview right after this.
They would do it. Love them or hate them, they did. They've got all the belts now. So I suppose, Oliver, you're very proud of yourself.
Very proud today, Jack. Very proud. I said we was going to get all the belts back in the clan. Well, I got every one of them back in the clan. Something happened this past Tuesday night. I had Matt Borne beat right in the middle of the ring out there, and Curt Hennig come off the top rope and drop kicked me. Well, Curt Hennig, you're going to pay for that, boy. And Matt Borne, I'm not through with you either. Now we got some other things. Rose is wanting assassin. Everybody's wanting part of the clan because the clan's got everything that any top professional wrestler could want. They got all the belts. They've got everything, all the prestige. Everybody wants prestige. Well, Assassin, tell them just what we got, baby.
Rip Oliver's clan is #1 in the Pacific Northwest. Now, for the last 3 weeks, the only thing I've heard out of Playboy Buddy Rose's mouth is I want a mask versus mask match with the Assassin. Well, Buddy Rose, I've given you a mask versus mask match before, and you never defeated me then. What do you got to offer, Buddy Rose?
Well, wait a minute. Let me remind you.
I got $2,500 of my money. I got $2,500 of my money on the line to any professional wrestler that can take my mask off, Buddy Rose. What do you got to offer? I've given you these chances.
Oh, there he is.
What are you going to do? There's no fighting.
No. People, I got Don Owens right here by me. You say I got nothing to put on the line. Everybody wants you to lose the mask. You got a $2,500 bounty. You said I'm not going to do it with Rose because he's got nothing to put on the line.
Well, let me tell you something. Don Owens and I have been standing back there, and for the last 3 weeks, we've been figuring out a way to try to get you to accept this match. So in front of everybody on television and right here, Don Owens and I have put a check together. You can look at it for $2,500. I'll match your $2,500 to my $2,500. You can take it right now. Look at it. It's the same way you get paid every Saturday. It's Don Owens' check, and it's good. And what I'm trying to say, Assassin, will you accept a mask versus mask match with me anytime? That's what I'm trying to say. That's all I want to know. Don Owens wants to know, and the people want to know.
Are you really this stupid, Buddy Rose? You actually giving me this check for $2,500?
I'm that stupid.
Mask versus mask?
That's right. I'm that stupid. You going to do it?
You're dumber than us. Of course I'll do it. I've never been beat at this.
Well,
$2,500. I'll have $5,000, Buddy Rose.
Okay, now, he's accepted. Everybody listen to this. He said yes. Now, we'll make the match later on in the night. What I want to say is this. It's a yes, and you're my witness. Don Owens has the power of attorney. Listen to this, everybody, because I didn't come back here stupid from Japan. I brought this back. You bring the $5,000, you bring the whole $5,000 down to the ring. If I win the match, I will throw the $5,000 to you people. Now, hold it. I have something else to show you. When I was in Japan, you cannot wear this mask in the United States. But I got this mask in Japan from another wrestler, and Don Owens is going to allow me to wear it. I want to show it to you right now.
What do we have here?
What? This mask, this was Black Tiger's mask. Black Tiger in Japan. It's got ears. I look like a tiger. I'm going to come in that ring like a tiger, and I'm going to eat you up. Now, one more.
What kind of deal is this? What kind of deal is this, Buddy? What's in those ears? There could be anything in those ears.
There's one more thing. When we get in the ring in my 8 years here, ladies and gentlemen, Don Owens has agreed on something else. I don't mean to interrupt Don and everybody, but I can't wait to tell you this. There will be no television. That's one thing, because I knew you wouldn't do it if it'd be on TV. And the other thing is this. You can't get pinned, you can't give up. The only way you can lose is lose your mask. There will be no referee.
No referee. And Mr. Owen, the match is made.
We'll make an announcement on that a little later.
Right.
All right.
One more thing. I want to make sure everything's in my favor. If he interferes, Don Owens said, you automatically have to take off the mask and give me the money. If anybody interferes on my side, the same thing for me. So it's going to... No, he said he doesn't want the check. Will you tell him the match is made, please?
Well, we're going to make the match whether you like it or not.
It's too late.
Don Owens, what are you doing? You people, I've been tricked. You tricked me, Don Owens. Oh, you low-down promoter. Oh, you both tricked me. I don't want to lose my mask. I don't want these people to get my money. I've been tricked.
Well, it looks to me, Assassin, that you're a little bit worried about it. Looks like you're worried about it.
This is going too far, Stasiak.
Well, haven't you gone a little bit too far
I have not gone too far. The Assassin hasn't gone too far. They come up here and offer a man $2,500 to accept the match. They didn't say all this other stuff, all these other stipulations. That didn't have nothing to do with it. They said mask versus mask.
Have you ever heard of a bottom line? You know what the bottom line was? When he said, yes, I will accept, I'm the witness, Don Owens a witness, all these people are a witness, and it's too late and too bad for you.
This is not right. Buddy Rose, Don Owens, this is not right. I don't want to lose my mask, and I don't want you people getting my money. Now I am upset and worried.
He is upset and worried, and he's got a lot of reason to be.
Well, he's had a lot of them before, and he's never lost one yet, Stasiak. So I got a lot of confidence in the Assassin myself, so I'm not really worried about Buddy Rose. That's $2,500 you just want to flush it down the commode because the Assassin's going to beat you, and he don't need my help. Don Owens, you threw the stipulations in that I couldn't be there. Well, okay. I won't interfere. Assassin, it's all on you, brother, and I know you can take care of the job.
Well, you heard it. The match has been made, and that'll be here Saturday night, a week from tonight. Back to Doc.
Okay, bring your masking tape. We'll be right back with our main event right after this.
When you get the promoter, Don Owen, up here, And boy, oh boy, that's going to be something else. The idea is, the assassin who is already masked, the idea is Buddy Rose will be wearing a mask, and the wrestler that takes the other wrestler's mask off will be the winner, and the full $5,000, $25. Each wrestler has put up $25.
Yeah.
$2,500. I'm sorry, I'm so excited about it that I'm getting a little la.
Oh, that.
And Curt Hennig is in the ring now, awaiting for Rip Oliver.
Now Rose, if Rose wins, he says he's going to throw the money to the people.
To the people.
Can we get down there?
Well,
I'll go down there and cover that.
Let's get somebody to. What do you mean you'll get? Yeah, I'll be down there. Boy, what a match that will be.
Oh, that's going to be something else
Saturday
night. Here's Don Owen to announce this match.
Ladies and gentlemen, the next event be the best 2 out of 3 falls are to a TV time limit for the Northwest Heavyweight Championship. Introducing in this corner at the defending title holder, 244 pounds, Rip Oliver. His opponent in this corner, 237 pounds, from Minneapolis, Curt Hennig.
The very popular Curt Hennig, and he gets his big chance to try to regain his belt that he wore so proudly for so long. Rip the Crippler Oliver, the champion. Love him or hate him, the man is tough, the man is good, the man is rough, and the man is dangerous.
You know, this is another surprise. I forgot that this was going to be the belt thing tonight.
That's correct.
That is.
It's a title match.
I'm having a good time tonight. This is great. The belt is on the line. Curt Hennig, who once held the belt, going against Rip Oliver, the current holder of the heavyweight championship belt.
You know, Don, in a match like this, a championship match can change the whole complex of a feud or whatever's been going on. You know, you might expect to see a slugfest tonight, which could very well happen. With Rip Oliver in the ring, you don't know what could happen. However, I will make a little bit of a prediction. I feel that this will be a good wrestling match. I really do. It's 2 out of 3 falls, and whoever wins that ever so important first fall will have the better chance. So we'll see. We're underway now.
It's just that you never know. You never know what's going to be happening when you got somebody like Rip Oliver in there. You notice Sandy Barr was checking his thumb, and he was acting like, ow, boy, that really hurts. And you know how he uses that thumb. That thumb is a weapon.
It is. It is that. Side headlock by Rip Oliver. Takeover by Rip Oliver. Two out of 3 falls.
Boy, I can't get over that thing. Next Saturday night, no referee for that match.
No referee.
Match.
And no interference on the part of Oliver or anybody. Because if there is interference, automatically, the assassin loses the match and loses his mask. And 2,500 big ones.
Well, that gives new meaning to the words losing face.
Very well put.
Because it looks like somebody definitely will next Saturday night.
Oliver, side headlock. You know, despite of his aggressiveness and his unorthodox ways, Oliver is one tremendous wrestler. Very powerful.
Oh, he is, and that's what makes it so frustrating sometimes when he resorts to some of these other...
Oh, and scoop slam by
beautiful
Curt Hennig. Arm drag by Curt Hennig. Oh, and the fans love it. Curt Hennig takes over on Rip Oliver.
This is more than just a main event match. There's a lot of animosity that runs very deep between these two men. And it goes back a long way.
Oh, no love lost between these two, Don. Curt Hennig sustaining a couple of injuries at the hands of Rip Oliver. His shoulder, his knee, I think. I mean, you know, we can go on and on and on.
Mental anguish, you know, that Rip has done against Curt about his dad.
Right. A lot of harsh words and bad feelings. and a lot at stake here tonight. Pacific Northwest Heavyweight Championship match.
Curt has been waiting for this a long time. This is the first time that I can remember Oliver putting that belt on the line since he won it.
That's been quite a while. That's right.
Yeah. Standing armbar now. Curt Hennig on Rip Oliver. Rip trying to figure out a way to get out of that, and he does. Oh, no, he didn't.
Curt just held on. And I'm sure that surprised Oliver.
Hennig acted like he was glued to him there.
You can see him complaining to the referee bar. Curt Hennig with an armbar on Rip the Crippler Oliver, the champion. Curt Hennig, the challenger. Sandy Barr watching closely.
I want to thank our crew up here for doing a great job getting those good camera angles. Under the good directorship tonight of Larry Neat.
Everything is always neat with Larry Neat.
You bet. In fact, the entire crew tonight comes from Hertz Rent-A-Gang. Did you know that?
Curt Hennig now continues to hold on to that armbar. Curt Hennig, a fine wrestler, fine athlete, well-conditioned.
No, you can see how white Oliver's arm is around that elbow.
Oliver right now trying to figure a way out of this hole. You never know what he's going to do next. Oh, he's going to go for a body slam. He does. And, misses an elbow. Bangs that elbow hard in the mat, and Curt Hennig takes him over in an arm drag and stretches that arm.
Hennig working on that left arm of Rip Oliver's, trying to weaken it, create a weak spot, going after it, not letting up. Really using a tremendous amount of pressure on that arm bar. He's got that locked into a figure four.
Curt Hennig pulling away at that arm. 5 minutes have elapsed. This is a 2 out of 3 falls. And it's so important to win that first fall.
Look, guy's got that arm bent back at the elbow.
Oh, yeah.
Using his knee as leverage, and then he's got, of course, he's bending the wrist and fingers back.
And what a helpless situation that is. Right back into the armbar. Curt Hennig in control right now. What a grind these athletes have to go through.
Crowd getting behind Curt. Every once in a while chanting, "We want Curt." Good
now Oliver with the tights, pulling the hair now. Oh, misses a haymaker, and Curt Hennig back into the arm drag. And the fans just love it.
Hennig is using his speed to a great advantage tonight. Boy, that was fast, Dan.
Well,
Oliver took a shot at him, and all of a sudden he wasn't there.
Curt is very, very fast. Well, as I predicted, we are seeing a good wrestling match and not a slugfest. Of course, don't forget, Curt Hennig has control, and he knows you can't let Oliver loose. You can't give him swinging room. You can't give him kicking room, because that's exactly what he's going to do. He's going to hurt you. He's out to hurt you. So you have to wrestle him, keep him close to the mat, keep him under control. And Curt has done a fine job so far.
And you can't give him gouging room either, and he'll gouge if he can, especially with that thumb. You see that thumb bandaged.
Any member of the clan are very, very hard individuals to wrestle. They're so unorthodox. They know all the tricks of the trade, and they're tough. Rip Oliver threatening. And Curt continues to apply the pressure on that left arm of Rip Oliver. Wrestling a very, very smart match tonight, Curt Hennig is. He's keeping Oliver under control. There comes the knee now.
Yeah.
Oh, and Curt dugs the tackle and arm drags Rip Oliver. Beautiful move.
Right back where we started from.
You think that wasn't heads up? Oh, boy.
Better believe that was heads up. Curt Hennig wrestling very intelligently tonight. Using his strength, using his speed. And completely in command, in total command of this match
so far. But let's not underestimate Rip Oliver. He is tough.
Curt now the kneeling arm bar again on Rip Oliver. Now rubbing his own wristband into the armpit there. That must burn a little bit.
Nothing illegal about that either.
Nothing illegal about the old armpit burn, huh? But that's smart. Yeah, look how he's just forcing.
Oh yeah, he's got good leverage. He's applying a lot of pressure. Oliver's going to have to do something. He's trying to get to the ropes to force a break. If he continues to take that abuse on his arm, there comes the thumb. There's the thumb. Sandy Barr questioning Rip Oliver now. And look at Curt Hennig.
Oh, yeah.
You know, Don, this Oliver can drive. He's got like stubby fingers, thick fingers, and he's a very powerful man. And he tapes that thing. It's like a stick, like a solid stick. And boy, when he hits you in the ribs, you feel it. There's a hard kick to the stomach. Oliver favoring that arm.
Yeah, he's trying to shake some feeling back in that arm.
Kicks Curt Hennig again. And Curt is in trouble now.
Oh, that thumb really took it right out of him.
That started it. Like I said, you never take Rip Oliver for granted, no matter what.
Outside.
Curt out of the ring. Whoa. He lands on his feet, but hard onto the concrete floor.
Oh, he did land hard, too.
And Curt is shaken up. He's going to take his time. He's got till 20.
That wasn't but just a few seconds ago when Curt was in total command of this match. Now he's in a lot of pain.
Oh, slings him over that top rope. And kicks Curt Hennig right out of the ring again. Sandy Barr warning Rip Oliver. Curt Hennig once again will take his time. He's slow in getting up. He's taken some good shots. But we've seen Curt before. Very well known to come back. Very courageous young man. And Rip Oliver now. Oh, a hard right.
Man.
Oh, just slams that fist to the chest. And Curt Hennig is on the floor again.
Oliver knows he's got a count of 5 before he's disqualified on any kind of a hold like that. Or any kind of maneuvering like that.
Sandy Barr starts the count. Curt's got till 20. He's hurting.
He's just trying to get back in.
Do it. Oh, and he's flying there, and over the top rope, onto the concrete floor goes Oliver. What a surprise move that was on the part of Curt Hennig. Wow.
The look on Oliver's face, if you can see that. That caught him by total surprise.
And now Curt Hennig, a hard right that knocks the man from Florida onto the ring apron.
Hennig hurt his hand with that shot.
And now Curt Hennig. And down goes Oliver once again.
The turning of the tables.
And there comes that thumb
again.
Everybody saw it. Sandy Barr could not see it. And listen to the fan. He drove that thumb right to Curt Hennig's throat.
Yeah.
And Curt is in pain once again.
He's hurting now.
And now he rams. Oh, he goes to that. And he rams Oliver's head into the turnbuckle. Curt Hennig.
He's got to be in immense pain, and yet he's still able to do this kind of damage on Rip Oliver. Look at that.
And he's going to sling him into the turnbuckle. He does. Oh, and Oliver moves out of the way, and Curt, did he hit that steel post?
I don't know. He wrapped himself up in that.
And there's a shoulder breaker. The infamous shoulder breaker.
Oh, that's it.
And we have a fall, I'm sure.
Yeah, that's got to be it.
Yes. Yes, there's your winner of the first fall, Rip the Crippler Oliver,
with his
champion.
With the Rip Oliver patented shoulder breaker.
And to the disapproval of the fans, however, he does prevail, and he is the winner of the first fall.
We'll be back with our second fall of our main event after this timeout.
Hello, Tom. Of the very infamous clan, and to my left, the man you just saw in the ring, Rip the Crippler Oliver.
Say, Zach, I got one thing to say, and I'm going to say it and get through with it. I'm going to take Matt Borne, and I'm going to cripple him up. I don't care if it's in Prineville, Forest Grove tomorrow night, down at Klamath Falls. I've been down there a lot of times. I haven't lost too many matches down there, Borne. Thursday night in Salem, Friday night in Coos Bay.
Wednesday, Medford.
I don't care where it's at. I'm going to get you where I'm wrestling you or anybody else is wrestling you. I'm going to get in there and I'm going to get you for what you did Tuesday night. I've got one more fall with Curt Hennig, and that'll be all of that. Tell him, Assassin.
Well, Assassin, you still worried?
I'm all tricked. Buddy Rose and that skinny geek neck pencil neck promoter Don Owens tricked me. Buddy Rose, you got what you wanted. Math versus math, right? First time ever, Buddy Rose. No referee, Buddy Rose, in that ring. I never had a match like that with no referee. I know, Buddy Rose, there's something in those ears, brother. I know you got lead in those ears or something, and that's how you're going to yank this match. There can't be a winner. There can't be a loser. It goes until one man is unmasked. That's next Saturday night. It won't be shown on TV, Buddy Rose, so nobody out there is going to get to see it. So this is what I got to say. You people in the Pacific Northwest, I don't never want you to see my face.
I'm sorry.
So if I lose this match,
all the time we got,
you will not see me here again.
You heard it from the clan.
And we'll be right back right after this timeout. Wow. Current belt holder Rip Oliver over Curt Hennig with the shoulder breaker.
And now, Curt, of course, it's an uphill climb, you know. I've stressed over the weeks how important that first fall is. But Curt can rise to the occasion. We've seen him before. I want to briefly mention about next Saturday night. What a match between Buddy Rose and the Assassin that's going to be. Boy, I'm anxious to see that.
Yeah, that's going to...
Buddy Rose with a new mask on. I think the Assassin
possibly the Assassin without a mask on.
That's right.
Maybe.
Could very well be.
Well, Oliver picking up where he left off.
Oh, he rams that knee to that wounded shoulder of Curt Hennig, and he's going to punish him now.
He's going to work on Hennig's left arm, the way Hennig was working on his. You see where he's using his knee for leverage, bending that arm back.
Oliver knows that shoulder is hurt, and he's going to capitalize. Curt Hennig right now, I would have to say, in a lot of trouble, and he's going to have to snap out of it if he's going to do anything, because being down one fall, the TV time limit, you know, he's going to really have to do something, Don, because that shoulder is hurt, and he can't take too much more punishment on it, because,
well,
you can only take so much.
Yeah, everything's going for Oliver now, because Oliver, even if there was a disqualification, Oliver would still keep the belt.
That's right.
Oliver now bringing the right elbow down on the back of Curt Hennig. Still working on that arm, left arm, extending it, applying that pressure. You can see the look on Hennig's face. He is in a whole lot of pain. Oh, look at that.
And Oliver knows it. Look at the pressure he's applying.
Oh, yeah.
Just tugging away. And Curt, very wisely, keeps his shoulder close to the mat. Curt Hennig now in a position that he should not be. He knows he's in trouble. You can bet your life he's thinking, but sometimes it's hard to concentrate when you're in pain.
Now he's got to get out of that thing. Now you can see Oliver's got that left arm now into a hammerlock back there.
Now Curt.
Oh.
Hey, and he maneuvers out of that.
Beautiful move. That was a beautiful move by Curt Hennig.
But Sammy Barr caught that, and he's going to break the hold. And now Oliver continues to assault Curt Hennig. Goes after that arm again, like a hungry animal.
Well, that took a lot of intense desire from Curt Hennig to make a move like that to get out of the predicament that he was in. Of course, you know, he wants this belt so badly. You know, he feels it rightfully belongs to him.
Well, Don, there's nothing more prestigious than being a champion, whether it's regional, state champion, especially world champion. But to be a champion is a nice feeling, not only for your pocketbook, but for your head too, your confidence.
Well, Stan, you are one man that can certainly speak from experience on all counts, being a former world champion yourself. So I'm sure you know, obviously, exactly what it feels like to be a real champion.
Oh, and Oliver went for the shoulder breaker, but Curt went right over, and he rolls him up. And he goes to the pin. Oliver just barely kicks out of that one.
You don't see too many people kicking out of that. That's a right hand by Hennig.
Curt came out of nowhere. Over the top rope goes Oliver onto the floor. Oh, what a spill he took.
Well, you can see him laying out there. Yeah, he's laying on the small of his back.
Oh, what a spill he took over that top rope. And what a move by Curt Hennig.
Well, if he hadn't grabbed that top rope, he'd be somewhere out on North Lombard.
And a suplex by Curt Hennig into the ring. And Oliver is down. Curt Hennig, he's going to go on the top rope.
Oh, he's going to go upstairs.
What is that? He's waiting for Oliver to get up so he can drop kick him. I'll bet you that's what happened.
This is it.
He's waiting for him. Here he comes. Oh, that's a drop kick. Oh, yes. We do have a fall, I'm sure. What a drop kick that was. Off the top. There's your winner. And this match is all tied up. Oh, what a sensational win. What a sensational fall for the sensational young man from Minnesota, Curt Hennig.
And he did it his way. That's beautiful. We will be back with our third and final fall right after this commercial timeout.
Weekend special at
the hands of Jules Strongbow.
Jules Strongbow.
What do you have to say, Mean Mike Miller?
I'll never forget Jules Strongbow. I'll never forget him as long as I live. I've got 7 screws. I got a plate in my ankle right now. I'm ready for you, Jules. I'm 120%. I've been out there already with Prichard, with Pardee, with Hennig, with all of them. But my main concern is Jules Strongbow. I'm working right now. I'm ordered a new boot is coming in to make this ankle a whole lot stronger, where if you ever do get a hold of it, you'll never break it. You'll never break it again. You'll never touch my ankle again, because I'm going to make sure of that. There's a lot of ways I can get out of it. There's a lot of ways that I've studied. I've sat at home. I've watched TV. I've watched my video. I've watched your matches. I know you like a book, Jules. I know you like a book. All I got to do, if it's in the Northwest, if it's anywhere and on the face of this earth, I'm going to find you. You're going to have a broke leg. You're going to be financially disabled like I was for 4.5 months, laid flat on my back, and you're going to see how it feels. For sure, Stan. That's all I have to say.
Okay, we heard from Mean Mike Miller, and he has issued a challenge to Chief Jules Strongbow, and he wants revenge. I'm sure that the Chief will have something to say about that.
We're going to go right back out to the ring right now, Stan, getting ready for our third and final fall of our championship main event. We are all even at 1 fall apiece between Curt Hennig and Rip Oliver. Oliver took the first fall with a shoulder breaker. Hennig came back with a second fall with his patented leaping off the top of the ropes with his flying drop kick. Took the wind completely out of Oliver. Of course, caught him by a complete surprise, too, and got the 3 count. There you can see part of the crowd out there. We've got a good crowd tonight. There, see, they got their signs. Hi, Grandma. Happy birthday. They're here to have some fun, see some excitement, and that's exactly what they've been doing and saying. We'll have our wrestlers out here, and here comes Curt Hennig making his way down the aisle to the ring. Sandy Barr, referee, getting in the ring right now.
And I want to remind you folks that next Saturday night, what a match it's going to be. And the tickets are already on sale. Get your tickets early because this place will be jam-packed and the match will not be shown on television. I've been informed of that just a moment ago. Get your tickets early. You can get them every Saturday at Sunday at Sandy Bar's Flea Markets here at the Sports Arena, 146th and Star. Get them early. Don't have to wait in line.
Look at Oliver. He's still trying to get his body back in shape. Shaking his head, holding his...
Oh, and now Curt, he's going to take the battle to him right away. And rightfully so. Yes, Curt wants that belt. And he's got the champion in trouble right now.
The whole ring move there. Wow.
Curt Hennig wastes no time.
Slamming Rip Oliver back into that turnbuckle.
Hard elbow to the top of the head of Rip Oliver, and down goes Oliver.
1, 2, and Oliver kicks out.
Curt wasted no time. And he's got the advantage now. He's got to keep it up. He wants that belt. The fans want to see him win that belt. He is the former champion. And Rip Oliver, looks like Rip Oliver is going out. If that arm drops a third time, this match is history, and Curt will be the heavyweight champion of the Pacific Northwest.
Now
he's still alive. He's still kicking.
I didn't realize Hennig was applying that kind of pressure back there.
He sure is. He's got that reverse headlock clamped on tight.
That cuts off that circulation.
Oliver, I'm sure, still feeling the effects of that tremendous drop kick that Curt Hennig threw off the top rope.
Oh, he's grabbing the hair again. He grabs the rope. And force a break. Into the rope.
Oh, and a clothesline by Curt Hennig. We could have a fallen and new champion right here, right now. 2. Oh, just barely. That was
close.
As close as you can get.
Hennig back in complete control. Full command here.
Oh, and yanks that neck. And Oliver flat on his back again. Can Curt Hennig capitalize? Drops an elbow, and he's going to go for it again. 2.
And Oliver kicks out again.
Oliver is in more trouble than anybody may think so right now. Yes, he is.
Now you got to kind of wonder what's keeping Oliver going. Most men would have been counted out by now.
He's tough, Don. Very tough.
Well, you know, Billy Jack always said that Oliver was the toughest man that he ever faced out here. With sheer brute strength and resiliency.
Look at Oliver fighting it off. Curt Hennig in full command right now. Twisting it. Curt Hennig just heard the time. He knows time's running out.
We only got 3 minutes left.
And now he's going to continue. He's going to go for the suplex. There it is. Timber. Down he goes. And this could be it.
Oh, he's going to go upstairs again.
He's going to go upstairs. And he's going to wait for Oliver to get up. One more. Here comes the assassin. Push it. This match is a disqualification. Curt Hennig loses his bid for the title. Sandy Bar has no alternative. The assassin headbutts Curt Hennig. A very unfortunate thing. Sandy Bar had no alternative but to disqualify Oliver. And Curt Hennig is on the mat.
We'll be back with a special interview right after this timeout.
That unfortunately Curt Hennig, he won the match, but did not win the title because the title cannot change hands on a disqualification. Very unfortunate. Buddy, you have a few words to say for us.
All right, Matt, you go ahead. You got something.
Matt Borne.
Okay, thank you, Stan. Stan, you know, and all the people out there have seen me and Oliver go at it. You've seen us brawl like nobody's ever brawled before. But Rip Oliver, the war has just started.
And I don't care whether it's in Prineville, I don't care whether it's in Forest Grove, I don't care whether it's in Klamath Falls, Medford. I know you're going to be there in every one of those towns this week, and I'm going to be there, and you better be watching over your shoulder, because I'm going to leave you in a puddle of blood every time we come across. And I know it looks strange to you people out there to see me and Buddy Rose standing up here together, but the world changes and strange things happen.
Let bygones be bygones.
What I'm trying to say is I wish you the best of luck with Oliver. I'd ask to wrestle Oliver, but I'm not going to, because there's not going to be anything left of Oliver in those towns, because Matt Borne, every town I've gone to, all I've seen is Oliver flying through the air and blood flying through his head. Well, let me tell you something. Next Saturday night, let's pack this place, because I'll tell you what, I'm going to put this on, and I'm going to step in that ring with the assassin. No television, anything goes, no referee, no outside interference, $5,000 on the line. If I could take your mask off, I'm going to throw the money to the people, and then I'm going to let everybody know exactly who the assassin is. Now, assassin, another thing, no referee. No referee, no television. It's boiled down to 3 months I've been asking for this match. All week long, you kick Oliver's butt, you keep making him bleed, you run him out of the Northwest, I'll run the assassin out of the Northwest. Remember one thing, I beat the Dynamite Kid, he had to shave his head, now I'm going to take the mask, and Matt's going to run Oliver out, and it's all over.
Good luck, and you heard it, ladies and gentlemen, that's next Saturday night. Buddy Rose against the assassin. $2,500 at stake, no referee, and it'll be a sellout, won't be on television. And now back to Don. See you next week.
Just make sure you're here next Saturday night. This is Don Koss along with Stan Stasiak saying so long, and thanks very much for joining us tonight in Portland Wrestling from the Portland Sports Arena.
Portland Wrestling. Portland Wrestling has been brought to you by Tom Peterson's, with 2 great stores to serve you, both at Southeast 82nd and Foster Road. And also been brought to you by the 4 Jim Fisher Used Car Centers. Wherever you are in Portland, there's a Jim Fisher Used Car Center near you. Stay tuned next for Star Search.
Over 1 million